On this episode of CityView, City Council gives a break to construction workers, honoring 2 officers who died in the line of duty nearly 100 years ago. And check out these Austinites getting down to some Tejano music. Welcome to CityView. I'm your host, Marissa Monroy. Austin City Council approved a road and rail ballot proposition to fund portions of the 2014 Strategic Mobility Plan Thursday. The proposition calls for the issuance of $600 million in bonds and notes for rail systems, facilities, and infrastructure with the following conditions. First, the city obtains funding or financial assistance for a portion of the cost of the fixed rail transit system from one or more public or private sources. Second, the city also provides $400 million or obtains funding or financial assistance from one or more public or private sources to pay costs of roadway improvement projects. The bond is set to go before voters November 4th, 2014. The Austin Police Department, along with community partners, hosted the 2014 Austin Traffic Safety Symposium on August 5th at the Palmer Event Center. About 40 people attended the first of its kind event. It was an opportunity for the community to collaborate with state and local agencies and advocacy groups on creating safer roadways in Austin. The goal of the event was to start building a comprehensive framework to address many of the long-term traffic issues, including intoxicated, impaired, and aggressive driving.
In Austin, Texas, our city that we love so much, it's supposed to be so educated, 27 alcohol-related fatalities, 364 alcohol-related serious injury crashes, and 6,404 DWI arrests. That's 6,404 people that were playing Russian roulette with their lives, our lives, and our neighbors' lives. And that's why we're here.
11 citizens spoke at the symposium, making suggestions on how together we can make Austin streets safer. Suggestions ranged from enhancing bike lanes to making DWI punishments more stringent to offering additional transportation alternatives to visitors in the downtown area. The Austin Police Department unveiled memorial markers for officers John Gaines and Tom Allen at 6th and Trinity Streets, where both officers were killed about 100 years ago. The officers were 2 of the first African American officers with APD. Officer Gaines was shot by George Booth, a deputy constable, back in 1913. 2 years later, Officer Allen was killed at a drugstore by the editor of a San Antonio newspaper.
This is a visual and constant reminder that our police officers, on every occasion when they get up in the morning and put on that uniform and pin on that badge, they are risking their life for our community. They know that, and we want them to know that we appreciate the service and protection that they give to our community.
The Austin Police Officer Memorial Project memorializes fallen officers by placing granite markers at every location where an officer is killed in the line of duty. The project was created by APD Officer Jason Huskins in April 2008. The markers offer the community historical value and serve as a place for family and friends to remember fallen officers. Austin Resource Recovery is challenging Austin households to increase recycling by 5 pounds each month. With your help, our community can reach its goal of keeping 50% of trash out of the landfill by 2015. To help you recycle more, here are 5 steps to 5 pounds. Never let recyclables go into the trash. Learn all of the items you can recycle at austinrecycles.com. Recycle in every room of the house, not just the kitchen. Set out your recycling cart every 2 weeks on collection day. Rethink your purchases. Before you buy, consider whether the product or packaging is recyclable. Get everyone in your house involved. The Give Us 5 challenge ends November 15th. Get more tips at the website on your screen. A City of Austin ordinance states that all employees performing construction activities at a construction site are entitled to a rest break of no less than 10 minutes for every 4 hours worked. This ordinance applies not only to city construction sites, but to any construction at, quote, a site or structure for which a building permit or site plan has been issued under the Land Development Code.
The rest break ordinance states that an employee is entitled to no less than 10 minutes for every 4 hours that they work, not including their lunch hour. The ordinance also states that each construction site must have information in English and in Spanish regarding this ordinance. This ordinance is important especially with the hot summer months ahead because it helps to protect the safety and health of our construction workers here in Austin.
The City of Austin is doing its part by educating the community, employees, and employers at construction sites about the importance of this ordinance. To report an issue, you can call 311, and remember, information is anonymous, or visit the website on your screen.
The Parks and Recreation Department announced a ban on alcohol consumption in the Barton Springs Spillway. The change in policy has come into effect due to a more than 40% increase in crime-related activities in this park area. The no alcohol policy will begin September 2nd. Those activities have included excessive drinking, use of illegal substances, theft, smoking, and other violations such as dogs off leash. Additionally, the Austin Police Department will step up enforcement of existing city ordinances, including the no smoking and the dogs off leash regulations.
We've seen a lot of dogs off leash. We've seen smoking, which both of those are city ordinances, and specifically there are places you can have a dog on leash and off leash, and this is not one where you can have one off leash. The other thing we've seen is an increase in alcohol consumption. Now, we've had it posted where you could consume alcohol as long as it wasn't a glass container. However, there's been an increase in the consumption of alcohol around here, as well as use of glass containers. And so we are going to be working with our friends in the police department that effective September 2nd, no alcohol will be allowed here at this site. No alcohol consumption. So it will help us in two ways. It will help us to keep people safe, period, and particularly around water. And it will help us to reduce the amount of trash that we see that overflows by the end of the day here at this site.
The Parks and Recreation Department and APD said a public education campaign that will include signage about the regulations as well as public service announcements will begin immediately. It was fiesta time in East Austin recently as the Canthu Pan American Recreation Center celebrated the last show of this summer's Hillside Concert series. Families gathered to hear the Tejano sounds of Los AT Boys and the Mexican Revolution. The free event is one of Austin's oldest music festivals.
This has been going on for 58 years. And I'm very proud to be a part of this. I used to come when I was very small myself, growing up in this community. So it's something that's left here in this community since so much development is going all around this community. It's really nice to know that we still have this left here.
Musicians, including Grammy Award-winning artists, donate their services to the annual series. The Hillside Concert Series is one of the largest special events put on by Austin Parks and Rec. For more information about the many activities and programs offered at the Pan American Center, go to the website on your screen. That's it for this edition of CityView. Our next episode will premiere on Friday, August 22nd. I'm your host, Marissa Monroy. Thanks for watching.